If I woke up tomorrow with 0 points to my name and had to start from scratch in 2026, first of all, I'd actually collapse because that is wild. But once I recovered, here's exactly how I would rebuild my points empire from zero. We'll cover both premium cards and standard card alternatives if you prefer lower fees. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to maximize your point earnings from scratch and how to make sure you hit every single lucrative sign-up bonus, because Amex has been moving mad with their policy changes, and there are also some hidden ways to earn hundreds of thousands of points that I personally have enjoyed over the years. The first move I'd make is to pick an American Express membership rewards card as my foundation. Why? Because these cards often have massive welcome bonuses and earn flexible points with their membership reward points. These points can be transferred into tons of travel partners, which we'll cover a bit later. Starting with a big welcome bonus gives me an immediate stash of points to play with. Depending on my budget and comfort with annual fees, I choose one of the following: the Amex Platinum. If I'm serious about maximizing points and perks, I'd start with the American Express Platinum card. It's got the highest sign-up bonus out there in the UK, recently as high as 100,000 membership reward points, plus £250 of travel credit. This 100k points is during a promotional window, but even outside of the promo window, 50 to 60k points is the standard. And of course, sign-up bonuses are always higher if you're referred. If you've been here a while, you'll know referral links in the comments and descriptions as always. Now, these bonuses are pretty big. Even 50k points will get you an off-peak one-way ticket on the best business class in the world, and 100k will get you a return. The £650 annual fee for this card is hefty, but you get hefty benefits. Unlimited airport lounge access through Priority Perk, plus a guest, Eurostar lounge access, and even Amex Centurion lounge access. I was fortunate enough to go to my first Amex Centurion lounge last month in Mexico City. Phenomenal. Hotel elite status with many top brands for room upgrades, free breakfast, and late checkout. Strong travel insurance, £400 restaurant credit every year, £200 in the UK, £200 in over 15 countries around the world. You also get a free supplementary card holder who can take advantage of some of the benefits like the airport lounge access with a guest, hotel status, and others. A supplementary card holder is super useful for hitting the £6,000 spend over the 3 months to get the bonus. And then if that person is a partner or someone you travel with all the time, once the bonus is hit, I would personally refer them, get the referral bonus, which ranges from 12k to 25k points on this card, and then do the whole thing again on their card. 2 welcome bonuses, a referral bonus. We're already at over 200k points if you're doing this with a companion. If not, 100k points and a referral is easy. If the platinum fee is too steep or 6k expenditure in 3 months sounds too tough, I'd consider the Amex Gold instead as my starting point. Same reasons. Membership reward points, they're flexible, they can go into a number of different airlines and other travel partners. With the Gold card, the first year is free, and then after that is £160. I've seen welcome bonuses as high as 55,000 points with this card. For a free card, that's phenomenal. That is, of course, if you spend 3k within 3 months, a lot more attainable than the 6k in 3 months with the Platinum card. The Gold card also comes with 4 free airport lounge visits per year through the Priority Pass card. 4 visits instead of unlimited, but still, this is a minimum value of £100. And £120 of delivery credit, £10 a month. Here's a list of all the current airline partners for American Express with the membership reward points that you can transfer points into, mostly at a 1-to-1 ratio, with the exceptions of Singapore Airlines and Emirates off the top of my head. Once again, the Gold card has a free supplementary card holder. I would always look to take advantage of that where possible to boost spend and pool points together. The Gold card is perfect if you're new to points and want to test the waters without a big fee. And as we go along, I'm going to be doing a running total on the screen of how much you've spent in fees and how many points you've earned for both the premium and the standard routes. Next up, after rinsing the Amex membership reward points, my focus would be on Avios, the points currency for British Airways, Qatar, Iberia, and many other airlines around the world. And realistically, the best place to start is with the British Airways American Express cards, especially when you consider the 2-for-1 voucher that British Airways offers through this route, which makes it even more appealing. If you're new here, I've done an entire video on how British Airways 2-for-1 companion voucher works. I'll link it in the description. And if you're not, you'll know exactly how powerful this voucher really is if used properly. Before signing up for this card, I would check that I'm eligible, of course, for the sign-up bonuses. That is the key thing here, always the sign-up bonuses. If I follow this route, I should definitely be eligible for the British Airways Premium Plus American Express card. This is a co-branded card between British Airways and American Express, and there's two of them, the premium one as I mentioned, and the standard one, which has some really different nuances that are really important to know in terms of earning sign-up bonuses and in terms of how you use the companion vouchers. The premium card will be my top pick. It unlocks the full-powered companion voucher. When I say full-powered, I mean that when you unlock this voucher, you can use it on any cabin with a British Airways redemption flight. And those benefits extend to Iberia and Aer Lingus as well. The current welcome bonus on this card is around 30,000 Avios if you spend £6,000 in 3 months. But at least once per year, I've seen this increase to 70,000, which is phenomenal when you consider the value of the companion voucher as well. This is normally only available through the Avios app. The Avios app is one of the most powerful things in this entire video, and we're going to talk about it extensively shortly. The card does have a £250 annual fee, but here's why it's worth considering at that price point. Firstly, as I already mentioned, the companion voucher. With the Premium Plus card, if you spend 15k within your card member year, you earn a premium companion voucher, which is a 2-for-1 voucher that can be used solo, in a couple, and in any class. You can use it solo and half the amount of points that you spend, or you can use it in a couple and another person comes with you for free, plus the fees and taxes, of course. The earning on everyday spend on this card is one of the highest in the country, and even more when you book British Airways holidays or flights. You'll be shocked at how quickly the points will rack up on this card. Spending sensibly, of course. Now you might ask, why wouldn't I just start with this card? There's a few reasons. One, the membership reward cards offer better flexibility. You can move your points around. But the second and most important reason is that starting with this card disqualifies you from getting a gold card later, since the gold card doesn't allow you to have had any personal American Express card in the last 24 months, and that is so important to know. If you're not a fan of the fee or won't hit the 15k spend, I would consider the free British Airways American Express card. As I mentioned, this card has no annual fee. It usually offers a welcome bonus around 5,000 points. I've seen 10,000 in promos, and this is for spending 2k in 3 months. And it also comes with a companion voucher, which for a free card is phenomenal. The only difference being this companion voucher can only be used in economy classes. So if you're looking to unlock some premium flights, this is not the way to go. But if you're looking to maximize savings, or maybe your priority is traveling in a family and having as many free flights as possible, this is certainly still an option. From a personal standpoint, I would only choose this card if I absolutely refuse to pay fees, or if my spending is too low to justify the premium card. It's still a decent way to collect points, and the 2-for-1 voucher is nothing to turn your nose up at. One important thing to note, if you took the Amex Gold card in the first step, you would not be eligible for the sign-up bonus on the free BA Amex. As I said, Amex have been doing a lot of chopping and changing with their policies in the last couple of years, and I wanted to make a video that makes it extremely clear what bonuses you get and when. But if you took the gold card in the first step, you'd still be eligible for the sign-up bonus on the premium version of this card. Now we need to talk about the backup cards, because American Express isn't accepted everywhere. It's definitely gotten a lot better in recent years, and I personally don't have many problems, but I accept that I live in London and there is a much higher representation of Amex card machines in London than in the rest of the country. For me, it is crucial to have at least one Visa or Mastercard earning points in your wallet as a backup. For this, I'd either turn to the Barclaycard Avios Mastercard, or if I qualify, the HSBC Premier World Mastercard Elite. These are two non-Amex cards that earn great rewards on general spending and come with their own perks. In no particular order, let's talk about the Barclaycard Avios Plus, which is the stronger of the two Barclaycards. This card, along with the cheaper alternative, are Barclaycard's answers to the BA Amex cards. They are Mastercards that earn Avios on all of your spend, and even offer an annual BA cabin upgrade voucher, which is slightly different to the companion voucher. The premium version of this card has an annual fee of £240. However, it is split up into £20 a month, therefore allowing a lot more flexibility with the card fee. Most other cards, you pay the fee upfront in the first month. Some can be refunded pro rata. If you only use the card for 6 months, you get 6 months back, and some, you just lose the money. But with this card, you only pay for the month that you use, and if you decide to cancel the card, then that's it. The welcome bonuses range from 5,000 Avios when you spend £1,000 in the first 3 months on the free card, to 35,000 Avios if you spend £3,000 in the first 3 months on the Plus card. That is enormous for a non-Amex card. Combined with the Avios from your spending, you could net 44,000 Avios by spending 6k in 6 months. And if you spend 10k a year on the Plus card, you get a cabin upgrade voucher. Though not as powerful and versatile as the companion voucher, The upgrade voucher allows you to upgrade from one cabin to the next using the same amount of points. So if I booked a flight that was 30,000 in economy, a reward flight, I would get premium without spending any more points, subject to availability, of course. A voucher can be used for a return for one person or for a one-way for two people. And the free version of the card has exactly the same voucher. The only issue being you have to spend £20,000 to unlock it, which feels disproportionately high. I personally would choose the Avios Plus if I'm serious about points, especially since the fee is monthly instead of upfront. They even throw in 12 months of free Apple TV and some airport lounge discounts via Dragon Pass. If I had a bit more spending power though, this next backup card for when Amex is not available is a no-brainer. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's punchy. It's £290 a year, which isn't that mad for the benefits, but to qualify you need to be an HSBC Premier customer. That used to mean earning 75k a year. Now it means earning £100,000 a year, which for me is really disproportionate to the benefits that the card offers, as good as they might be. Even if this doesn't sound like your kind of card, you're still going to want to hear what this card offers so you know when you're getting a good deal and when you're getting a bad deal. The welcome bonus is currently 40,000 HSBC reward points when you spend 2k in 90 days. These points, like Amex membership reward points, can be transferred into a number of airline partners, hotel partners, and more. The difference being they don't convert at a 1-to-1 rate like Amex, it's a 2-to-1 rate. So that 40,000 is really 20,000. But you get another 40,000, aka 20,000, if you spend 12k within the first year. You also get a priority pass card for airport lounge access, which is unlimited access for you. No guests though. Well, you can have guests, but you have to pay, which kind of defeats the point. But each supplementary card holder that you add to this account costs £60 and they get their own free airport lounge access as well. Airport security fast track is also included and the earning rate for daily expenditure is pretty good. It's up there with the best of earning rates of all cards available on the UK market. Now let's talk about a completely different airline scheme. At this stage, I've got flexible points through the membership reward points and HSBC points. I've got some Avios and hopefully a few vouchers to prop up my travels. Next, I diversify my points portfolio by adding a Virgin Atlantic credit card into the mix. Why? Because put simply, Virgin Atlantic Flying Club opens up way more travel options. They have a lot of partners. Plus, the Virgin Atlantic card offers their own upgrade/companion voucher and decent earn rates, giving you another way to score big value rewards. These Virgin Atlantic cards, issued of course by Virgin Money, who else, have two personal cards, a free version and a paid version. The Virgin Atlantic Reward Plus card is the paid card. It currently offers a welcome bonus of 15,000 to 18,000 points after your first purchase. Yeah, the first purchase. No 3k in 3 months, 6k spend in 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is. You can literally go out and buy a Freddo and you get the welcome bonus. I got this card a few years ago and there was a limited time bonus of 30k points, which also, I guess doesn't sound that high, but Virgin has some seriously low redemptions on flights, especially if you time it right. I've seen 9,000 points one way for economy, 12,000 points one way for premium economy. They know what they're doing. The earn rate is quite good. You earn 1.5 Virgin points for every £1 spent on everyday expenditure, and 3 of course if you're spending through Virgin or Virgin Holidays. And then of course there's the Flying Club reward voucher that you earn when you spend £10,000 in a card year. This voucher can be used either to upgrade the cabin of a flight or to bring an extra person free of charge. It's not exactly a free second ticket like the companion voucher with British Airways. You still need to use points for the companion, but the voucher covers up to either 75,000 or 150,000 points, depending on your frequent flyer status with Virgin. You can of course top up your Virgin points balance with HSBC or Amex because Virgin is one of their flexible partners. And in general, you have way more choice getting out of the UK if you have points in Virgin and in British Airways. And let's face it, at this time of year, that is needed. The free version of this card, of course, has a smaller welcome bonus, usually 3,000 Virgin points on first purchase, which recently was doubled to around 6,000 points. And it has a lower earn rate on everyday expenditure. But the most confusing thing is that you have to spend 20k in order to get the annual voucher that we just spoke about. I don't understand why the free cards always have huge spend requirements in order to get the extra bonuses. It defeats the whole point. of having a more accessible and affordable card. But if you do hit the bonus, you get exactly the same style of reward card as you get with the paid version. I've talked a lot about card strategy in this video, but there's a few more things that absolutely supercharge the earning of points. And if you already have a card, you're going to want to start doing the first one today. Maximize the Avios eStore. I cannot stress this enough. The British Airways Avios eStore offers 90% of the online and physical retailers that I actually use. Booking.com, John Lewis, Currys, Apple, ASOS. You're booking a hotel on Booking.com for $1,000 and getting 1,000 points for your expenditure. Other people are booking the same room for the same price, but they're getting 8,000 points for their expenditure because they went through the eStore. Every single time you want to buy something online, search the shop in this app. See if it's there, click the link, buy the ting, and watch your balance go up. I recently got £10,000 for some home insurance. The home insurance is like £20 a month. I had to get it anyway, but now I've got 10k points more. The other thing, though obvious, is to refer family and friends. Once I have an Amex card like a platinum or gold, I can refer others, and both of us get rewarded. I get points for referring a person, they get more points for clicking on my referral. I talked about referring a partner and complementing each other through this points earning ladder, but also refer family and friends. You can get between 9,000 and 25,000 points per referral, capped at 90k per year. As always, I have some referral links in the description to get you started. Use them. Enjoy. Next is everyday spending habits. I very rarely, if ever, use debit cards for everyday expenditure. Apart from, of course, bills, every transaction has to go through a card that's earning points. Of course, make sure you're living within your means. I do not want anyone in the comments like, oh, Jordan told me to spend all this money and now I'm broke. No, spend sensibly, but just differently. I'd also keep an eye out for limited time enhanced bonuses for cards. We saw Amex do a 100k welcome bonus on the Platinum card. They run these kind of promos a couple of times a year, maybe 3 times a year. The BA card had a bonus of 70k points, Barclaycard 35k points. If I were truly starting from zero in 2026, I try to time my applications with as many of these bonuses as possible. If you want to know when these offers are happening, follow me on Instagram. This year, I'm going to be a lot more active there. I'm always on top of these limited time offers. That's where you can find out about them. And if you have a business, check out the business version of these cards too. They have entirely separate bonus schemes that are not impacted or conflicted at all by the personal cards. If I did all of these things from zero, I'd have a huge stack of Amex membership reward points that I can convert at a 1-to-1 rate to so many airlines, maybe some HSBC points sprinkled in there as well. I'd have earned tens of thousands of Avios and hopefully some companion vouchers or upgrade vouchers to complement them. And a chunk of Virgin points and maybe a Virgin upgrade voucher as well. And I would have done every single bit of this without changing my expenditure at all. It's not to say that you can do all of this in 1 year. Of course not. No one can spend that much money, but it's a long-term strategy. I've been hooked on it for 11 years and I've been very fortunate to travel to some incredible places, all because I took this seriously. If you made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like this video. It helps the channel so much. I'm really trying to grow this channel this year and spread the word and make sure more people get to fly more comfortably, more often, and just better. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because 90% of people who watch this channel haven't subscribed. That is the most helpful thing that you can do for me to share even more of this knowledge. I'm Jordan, this is Miles Ahead. I appreciate you watching to the end. And as always, safe.